but people still don't want to talk about inequality. Like, we just got a report that the top richest 85 people in the world have more wealth than the bottom 2.5 billion.
Yeah, the top 85 are as rich as half of the entire population of the planet.
And
it's impressive.
How can I be down?
I want to be number 86.
I know. I mean, we're living the Hunger Games. This shit is the Hunger Games, like for real. Like for real.
I don't believe.
No,
that.
it is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even the
we're
fact
not gonna
that
have people running out being executed. I mean,
well, people die from hunger and poverty every day. What's the difference?
Well, that's been going on for.
It's not funny.
Right.
It's not a game.
Right. Exactly.
It's not entertaining. We need to change that immediately. Let's get some contestants. Turn this shit into a sport. Get it in the Olympics. Do it right.
Right.
You're going to starve with a purpose.
Right. Maybe we could raise some money for the poor on pay-per-view.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with, the wealthiest people have. I mean, what's the alternative? What are you going to do about the wealthiest people? I mean, the
alternative is better distribution of wealth. And
well, how do you do that?
There's lots of ways to do it, and it's something that we've done for years. Tax policy, investment in infrastructure, raising minimum wage. Because it's not about this. So, but that goes back to what I was saying, like that Puritan work ethic. We're so caught up in saying
I'm doing a job, I'm entitled to my compensation.
What job is that person doing that makes them more valuable than a billion people?
Well, Bill Gates is responsible for just about all the computer software.
That's one person you can name. Most of these people on this list. Most of these people on these lists is not Bill Gates, and even Bill Gates recognizes that over a certain amount of wealth, it doesn't make sense for any one individual.
That's why he's giving so much of it back.
Right, exactly. Well, it doesn't make sense. It's not good for society.
But it's not the government's right to go in and take it from him.
Well, first of all, we didn't say the government.
You did. You said taxation.
We said that's one form of wealth.
That is the government taking money from individuals.
And every society has level of taxes. It's just a matter of assessing what level of taxation is fair and is going to create
who makes that determination?
Theoretically, we do. We the people through our.
And who are you to make that determination?
Well,
we're in a democracy, bro. Everybody's got an equal vote.
So basically, you can say X amount of people aren't entitled to their money.
I think that this is shocking.
As a democracy, you can go in there and say, I'm going to take so and so's money because I think he has too much.
Let me clarify what I meant.
That's what taxes are.
Let me clarify what I meant when I said tax the rich. What I meant was not take a bigger share from them than you're taking from everybody else, but tax everyone equally. The rich pay on a percentage basis. The rich pay far less taxes than you and I do.
Absolutely.
Well, no.
It's absolutely true.
If you look at the federal budget, the rich are responsible for about 33. 1% of the population is responsible for about 33% of the tax receipts.
But as a portion of their total wealth,
that's irrelevant.
No, that's not irrelevant. That's what taxes are based on.
Stuff costs what it costs. It's not, number one, it's not the government's job to take.
And we can't pay for stuff that costs money, such as public education.
It's not the government's job to do that.
You guys were just complaining about how fucked up and sad the state of public education is in America.
It's not due to lack of funds.
It absolutely is.
It is not due to lack of funds.
We have one of the most
due to incompetent teachers.
Okay.
Incompetent teachers.
Incompetent system.
Incompetent system.
Okay.
You look at private schools, like you look at the Catholic schools, you look at schools that take in far less money than public education, and they're
not required to educate your children.
But they do a much better job of it.
Right, because they get to pick who they educate. I mean, I'm just in shock that a person. What income bracket are you in?
That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
It is irrelevant.
It is irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. That somebody whose interests are totally misaligned is so sticking up for people who
I'm not sticking up for.
You kind of are.
I'm sticking up for fairness.
He's sticking up for fairness.
What
right?
could possibly be more fair than a flat tax? Everybody pay the same amount of tax.
Well, I don't disagree with a flat tax.
So that's all I'm talking about.
You didn't say that. Wait, hold on a second. Let me. How does a flat tax? How does that equal everything out? I don't understand.
It doesn't.
It does. Well, I mean,
theoretically,
there's no way to make everything equal for all.
No, I said
200 million people.
I understand that,
in
but
country.
you're saying it makes it more equitable. I'm just explain to me how a flat tax would do that.
Because a flat tax, whatever percentage you pick, 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever you pick as the income tax, it applies to everyone across the board. Whether you bring in $1 billion a year or whether you bring in $100,000 a year, you pay the same percentage. Right now, the super rich pay far less on a percentage basis of income than everybody else.
That's
because
true.
they've got tax shelters, they're hiding money
loopholes,
overseas.
exactly.
More loopholes than you can possibly imagine. A flat tax would do away with that.
Right. And the thing is, it's not good for the society.
Okay, so how would it work? Like a flat tax? Like if you're a millionaire, then you pay at least $100,000. I mean, like how does that?
You pay
You
whatever
pay the same percentage, whatever the flat tax is. It's you pick 15%. Whatever you earn, 15% of it goes to the income tax, and that's a flat tax because everyone pays the same percentage. The poor people pay 15%. The super rich pay 15%. Everyone pays the same percentage.
So what do we have now?
We have
a very, very convoluted and complex system that really only works for the super rich.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. What we're supposed to have is progressive taxation, which means that the more money you have to pay, the more you're supposed to pay.
Right.
But the rich, through the they're excessive. Okay, so another reason why excessive wealth concentrated in the hands of too few people is bad for society, aside from just the resource distribution, is that it gives that small group of people too much political power.
Extreme amount of power.
And so therefore they get to write the laws to help them. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing
the Koch brothers.
Exactly.
I mean, those guys own this country.
Yeah, exactly. And we're just
The who brothers?
The
Koch
Koch brothers.
Coke.
Is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
but they're Cox.
K-O-C-H.
They're Cox, but it's pronounced Coke. But
So they're a bunch of dicks, huh?
they're a bunch of dicks. And